Orange is the color on this very hot and dry afternoon in Hyderabad as the Netherlands have asked some questions of New Zealand, who beat England in that opening game. This is where it stands in 15 overs, 81 for 1. Who would have thought that the score at the end of the 3 overs would be not for naught? Zach, how surprised were you with the score?
Well, they took their time initially because when you look at the 10 over mark, they were above 60 runs.
Yep.
So New Zealand is looking very good. They are very assured of what they want to do, and that's what we're seeing. The pitch looked good today, actually, to bat on. Unlike the other few games which we've seen so far in the tournament, the ball is not gripping that much today. So you can still expect a high-scoring first innings, is what I'm expecting. But New Zealand is looking good with the bat.
To bowl 3 maiden overs in a World Cup game, you did it all by yourself, 2011, although it was only your spell that had 3 maiden overs. But to bowl 3 maiden overs perhaps tells you that the Netherlands were switched on right from the word go?
Well, if you look at the bowling card also, just 15 overs have been bowled so far, but you'll see Netherlands the bowling card will always look like this.
Yeah.
The captain wants to give short spells, not just making sure that the batters are not settling to one particular bowler, and he will keep on rotating. That has been something which we saw in the previous game also, and you will see that from Netherlands through and through. And that's why I was saying that the captain has the resources at his disposal, and he just looks to utilize them in that fashion. You'll see more bowlers also coming in. Last game we saw eight bowlers being used. Today also is not going to be an exception for that. They'll try and control the game by using the variations in bowlers.
Well, lots of options being used in the bowling, but for New Zealand, well, Kane Williamson is expected to be back for their 3rd World Cup game, which will be played on Friday the 13th. Will Young is looking like the most vulnerable option if Williamson has to come back in. They're saying they'll maybe make Ravindra open the innings, but what do you make of Will Young from what you've seen in this innings so far?
Well, this innings was important. Obviously, he was given that opportunity because he's got the talent. He's looked good. His back foot game also looked good today. In the previous game, he got out on a ball which was down the leg. So very unfortunate. A batter will always be frustrated with that kind of a dismissal. But today he's looking good. He's well set. Conway and him put on a good partnership, even though the first 3 overs went for nothing. They still had enough runs on board, like I mentioned earlier. So that is what you're looking at. Will Young will not be thinking about whether he's going to be playing the next game or not. I think it's about making use of the opportunity, get the job done, what's in hand right now. So he will look at it that way. Williamson, as soon as he's fit, he's going to walk inside.
Yes, he does walk in. Ravindra has just walked into bat at the dismissal of Devon Conway. It's an opportunity for him to prove and tell the world what he did against England was not a flash in the pan. He is here to stay in that Kiwi top order. At the 35-over mark, Cricbuzz Comm Box returns. What score are we looking at in the next 20? Right?
Well, I think they will look to be around 5 runs per over is what I'm expecting. So you can add another 100 or so. If things are going well, they might look to up the ante. But I think 100 is something which they will be thinking in the next 20 overs for sure.
Interesting passage of play coming up. It promises to be one where the orange will try to prevail over the black. 2 more colourful gentlemen will be right here with you on Cricbuzz Comm Box at the 35-over mark. To join us, stand by for now.